Beautiful viewers and listeners of Star TV, Star Radio. Here we are with you on your usual Yunus hour every Sunday from the hours of 10 to 11. Now, though there is some changes now, we're going up to 12. I believe the program is very interesting, and then people have been, learning a lot when it comes to what we discuss here on, a weekly basis. Here I am today again with my panelists, the same faces, though we have one changes. But then we'll get to know what exactly is going on. I am your host, Musaba, a staff at Yunus English School, an English teacher for that matter. We'll have the introduction of the panelists, starting from the far left, the usual gentleman, Mr. Principal.
Thank you so much, Mr. Ba. Good morning, the viewers and the audience of Star TV and the radio. Yes, yet another episode of Yunus English School on Star TV. Today also is going to be a special episode where we will enlighten you more about Yunus English School. So keep following us. You're going to have a very interesting program today too. Thank you so much, Musaba.
Thank you, Mr. Principal. As he stated, we're going to hear and learn more things about Yunus English School. We have the beautiful lady rightly seated here.
Good morning, beautiful viewers of Star TV. My name is Mariama Isanya, civic teacher at Yunus English School. Thank you.
Thank you so much, the civic teacher Mariama Isanya, Jola Budega Olof. We'll have a new face, another gentleman who is joining us today. Let's allow him to introduce himself, then we can get to talk more about him.
Good morning, wonderful viewers. My name is Musa Drame, Yunus English School. I'm glad to be here to join you and then tell you more about Yunus English School, the things that we offer. You stay tuned and listen to our wonderful programs. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Musa Drame. He's the new face. Usually, it used to be Mr. Lamin Sano, the vice principal, who used to be here with us for the past two programs. But then Mr. Lamin Sano didn't join us today. He is far away from us. He's only been in the United States of America pursuing his master's degree. So Mr. Sano is down in America. We wishing him good luck, and then wishing him a wonderful stay and a successful study there in the United States. Basically, that is what is here today. Then we'll get to learn more about Yunus English School, and we'll give you latest developments that are happening in Yunus English School. The gentleman who lastly introduced himself, Musa Drame, has been in Yunus English School for over almost a decade. And then he's an experienced teacher and an administrator. In his capacity before, he was the deputy head teacher at the lower sector. But then currently he is, the vice principal, means stepping in Mr. Sano's position. Because in leadership, there needs not to be any vacancy or any vacuum. So you must make sure you fill a spot whenever it is vacant, so as to allow, continuity of works to progress. Because there is no time. In schools administration, there is no holidays for the administrators because most of the works are done during the summertime. So thank you so much, Mr. Drame, for having you here.
You're welcome.
And I believe you will give us very much important developments and analysis regarding Yunus English School on this program. Mbani lamoylal ngal tentu kal jay kal bismillah ko teke Yunus awa min kanale dimas ka bo talantang kata talantan ning kiling bari sa fale ko biya be kala talantan kata for talantan ning fula. Albadi male mil kabonanje wala bali jang tela mala hoste musaba ning na principal obijang lamin tabali nin na civic teacher bijang Mariama Sanyang aldal takam meja jang dimas bidung nyala kilim fani da janawlon ko Mr. Sano mi mu vice principal min katara ning jang diati jang bari Mr. Drame le bato yara jang lamin Sano min abe science abe America tala masters lagi be dualai fo ala se kairo kaje ay karangon labang ay karakono. Mr. Drame fana mo karandir lalte amita Yunus English School afana mo nyaton koldi je sante ata be sirin sidara min ko wolen ko vice principal yari to yata school de sante albe kuma jaman mo la fana to min be den school la baydi ay fahamoro ke bake karandiro nin karandir maro la ko la school do je ala barka bake suma mbokki déglukat yi déggakat yi olof yi ak laakat yi olof yi ñun leen Yunus English School ñu leen dalal di ñëw fii nii dimanche bu nekk lu ko dooree from 10 ba 11 te nag programme bi dem na ba 12 gis nañ ne programme bi daal nit yaa ngi ko enjoy te nit yaa ngi si jàng bu baax lu demee si luy happen at Yunus English School ñun leen fi dee ñëwal te tamit ñoo leen fi teewal man la Moussa Ba mooy seen co-host bi English teacher la si school bi amal na leen fii suñ principal bi mu ngi fii nii si teewaay bi fii nii Mariama Sanyam gis na xam na ne yàgg ngeen di gis ñi ni fii nii si programme yi romba yi nii yëpp am nañ am Facebook es fii nii tey mooy Mr Dramé ku fi doon toog noonu moo nekkoon Mr Lamin Sano wante fi jamono bi mu toll nii mu ngi America dem na studies foofu on his masters ñu ngi ko ñaanal yàlla defal ko foofu jàmm te tamit jànga bi yàlla def si barke. Mr Dramé tamit yàgg na si school bi te xam na lu bari lu delloo si school bi si jàngale bi ak tamit si taxawaalu si school bi si jàngalkat yi. So moom léegi nii moo toog si toogaay vice principal bi ñu ngi ko ñaanal moom tamit place bi yàlla oyofal ko si kawam leen liggéey bi tamit mën a dem si kanam. So jërë ngeen jëf yéen yëpp déglukat yi ak seetaankat Star TV ñun leen Yunus English Hour Yunus English School Hour di leen ñëwal dimanche bu nekk ñu leen a gërëm bu baax. We'll start the program getting into the questions of the day and then the deliberations that we want to know about Yunus English School. Basically, today the 2 hours are going to be in 2 segments. The first segment, that's the first hour, we'll basically speak in English language, and then the second hour we delve into our national languages so as we can give a broader explanation to the general population so as they can also understand exactly what we have for them at the school down there. We will start with the principal as usual. Whenever you start with the boss. So, Mr. Boss. All right, this smile is, I think, it's Magal time, so I know the coffee tuba that you took this morning is very strong.
Yeah, I'm used to coffee.
You used to coffee?
You know,
yeah.
When I was in Switzerland, early morning, one have to take coffee, so I'm used to that. So that one, we don't have the much.
So you are taking Swiss coffee?
Coffee tuba can replace that to make our eyes.
Or we bring the Jamba Karang.
Yes, our local one. Very important, very important.
So the Jamba Karang, I think you should bring that one back. It's stronger than
it's stronger.
The coffee tuba, but unhealthy. Yeah. But then you know that the coffee tuba at this moment is Magal time, so
no, it's Magal. It's Magal. You know, it's taking.
You can have free coffee on the streets.
It's taking away.
I can see, Mr. Principal. Basically, we know the summertime is not a relaxing time for administrators.
Very well.
And even for students, because they are always engaged in order to try to cover up the syllabus and whatsoever. I want you to tell us exactly what you people are you doing at the school right now with regards to administrative work and then students' development.
Yeah, like as you alluded to, with the administrators, we don't have any time for ourselves as far as education is concerned, because we are from one thing to another. And we have 3 very important tools, and that's planning, executing, and reflecting. So it is a moment of reflection for us to see what had happened the past academic year, you know, the strengths, the weakness, and trying to develop holistically and prepare very well for the upcoming academic year. So for that also, enrollment is also in progress, and the same time setting the ground, setting the students their class list, and also the new students that are also enrolling also on summer class, and also our existing student transiting to another level. It is a very important time because this is the first meeting of teachers and students at a new grade. So for students, if they are at a new grade, it's very, very important. It's just like if the patient, malaria patient visited a hospital, the first thing that the doctor should do is to check, to diagnose. So right now, what's going on in the school during the summer time is diagnostic assessment. There we know the problem, what kind of sickness that the child is suffering from. And there, this will give us the information as teachers and also as administrators to see how best we can develop that child on the weak areas. So we also motivate them on their strength areas. So holistically, at this level, is a very, very important time for us. We have to analyze the results. We have to, check on very important records, like the students' attendance the previous, academic year, and also what we need to do to prepare the ground before the academic year proper begins. Because we are going to reopen school very early. We are reopening school on the 1st of September. So that 1st of September is almost around the corner. So for that being the plan, we have no time to waste, and we also want to make sure we did not leave any stone unturned. We want to turn all the stones and make sure that the plan is already set for the learners. By the time the school is open, both teachers and the students are all ready to start the academic year. It's not going to be the first week of reopening like in traditional schools in the country here. It is believed that the first week of a school should be planning, teachers here, there, and the students will not be learning. It's not like that. That's not the case in the Yunus English School. With the first day that the school opened, the students and teachers will find everything set for them, and then the learning starts that very day. So before even the school open, the teachers will also have their record set. They will have their curriculum delivery plans, and also they will have the necessary textbooks and other learning materials needed, so that the first day that the school open, the students after assembly will go straight to the classroom and learning starts immediately. So
Okay. Now you have stated that that is a very good point, but then I want to take you back to one of your points. That is the traditional system in the country is schools having to spend a whole week preparing. That's when they resume instead of starting effective learning, which you people always avoid. So that's when you resume, lesson starts immediately. And you also said that like you opening very early. What is behind that? Why the opening very early? Do you have a target? Or there is something behind it?
yes, thank you so much, Mr. Ba, for that brilliant question. I will start with the proverb: "Early bird catches the worm." Yeah, if you want to get there and on time, you also need to do that action early. So that's very, very important. Looking at the school system today, you will realize that there are a lot of public holidays and also other school holidays, even these religious festivals, also holidays that we should observe. So looking at the school calendar, if the September should part of maybe 90% of days in September is part of holidays, it's also very difficult for managers, for educational managers to achieve that targeted contract hours. So it's very, very necessary for schools to open early. So we're doing that purposely because we have our learners at heart and mind, and we also want to see that they achieve the academic excellence. So achieving the academic excellence, curriculum delivery plan and the coverage is very, very important. We know the syllabus, the 3-year syllabus from grade 7 to 9 is very bulky, and also from grade 10 to 12 also is very, very bulky. So looking at this, one have to plan ahead and maximize the contact hours. So we are doing all the needful during this time, and we make sure that by the day that the school opens, the students are in the class and learn begins immediately. This is very, very critical to us. Yeah, we all teachers in this country, we have been teaching in this country for many years. We know that in our schools, many schools in the country will wait until when the school open. That's the time that even 2 weeks, the planners will be planning how to bring things together, the timetabling, scheduling, shifting, and other things, trying to arrange everything. This is something that we do during these holidays. So that's why we don't close. We are not observing holidays, but we are doing what we're supposed to do during these holidays, so that by the time the school open, the teachers are already prepared to teach, and the learners also are prepared mentally that today I am going to school and the learning will begin, so that they will also have all the necessary materials. So here I want to fervently appeal to the parents, so let them have this in mind, that our school will reopen on the 1st of September, so they can also visit the school, get the invoice, and also pay the first-term school fees, and get the necessary textbooks for their students and also for their children, and also all other learning materials that are needed. So we don't want on the 1st of September, we don't want any delay from the side of the kids. So let them also know that we are starting learning immediately we reopen. So they should not wait to say, oh, it is the other schools are not yet open, but Yunus is open, so there will be nothing like effective learn and things like that. No, plan are already in place for the lesson to start immediately. We reopen on the 1st of September.
Thank you so much. That is very clear. Then the motive behind opening very early is to make sure that guys, how to call it curriculum delivery, and then also the completion of the syllabus for all levels from ECD to grade 12, and that happens in both schools, Yunus English schools, Busumbala, Sarepati, and Kotu. The viewers and those who are not fortunate to be on the viewing the TV right now, we are also on the radio, so the program is both on TV and on Star FM as well, so you can get us anywhere you are in the Gambia. This is Yunus Hour for you as usual, every Sundays from the hours of 10 to 11, now extended to 12. Mr. Drame. So Drame, you were at the deputy head at the LBS, and then now you are the vice principal. How do you feel about this new role that you are about to take?
Yeah, thank you so very much, Mr. Ba. Yeah, as managers, I've been in the management of the school for quite a while now. It's a challenge. It's a very big challenge that I'm about to shoulder. But then with the little experience that I have, and then with the supportive atmosphere at Yunus English School, I'm delighted to be given that position. And then with the help of the Almighty and the staff around me, the owner of the school, that's the proprietor, Mr. Silla, I believe it's going to be something that will be done effectively.
So you're expecting like it's going to be a smooth transition from the deputy head position to the vice principal?
Yes, not actually as smooth as you may or other people may think, because there are different sectors.
Yeah.
And then considering the size of the two sectors, the lower basic and ECD, compare them to the secondary school, it's not going to be that smooth. Difficult to manage human beings, but we thank God for Yunus English staff. We have very, very conscious and hardworking staff. But we're hopeful that everything will be okay. I've been close to my able boss who left, Mr. Sano, and then Mr. Tabali. I've been close to them, and I work with them for quite a while now. And hopefully with their support, guidance, and the very experienced teachers that are with us, I hope things will go well.
It will be fine. And then it's like it's the same school, the same
school,
environment, the same people you're seeing every day, and then the works are synchronized because like management is working as one unit, just that we're trying to decentralize the work to make it much easier and then more effective. But then, as you stated, the staff are always supportive. The students are very conscious when it comes to their responsibilities. So it is not going to be that much smooth, but it is going to be a bit smooth.
Exactly.
Good luck in your position.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Madam Sanyang, Jola Budega Olof. Okay, as a civic teacher, and civic being a new subject, that it was here before, but later on it was changed to government and whatsoever. And then probably when something new is always added, and then people being very conservative, adopting to new things are always a problem and challenges here and there. How do you navigate around that subject, teaching you, civic? How did the students are responding? Are they very much interested? What are the importance attached to teaching that subject?
Thank you very much, Mr. Ba. I think this it's a very perfect question at a perfect time. If you look at civic education, it is bold. Let's say it has a lot of weight, and then it carries a lot of significance as far as our academic work is concerned. Now, if you look at our students, like you said, people being very conservative. Now, if you look at civic, it's very similar to government, very similar to political science. But then, at our level, at senior secondary school, or even at the junior school, where I think, in fact, it should start, students sometimes become very conservative, because when you want to bring civic, it's a problem, because this is where we talk about our rights, this is where we talk about our corresponding duties, and this is where we want to tell students that as citizens, this is where your responsibility is, this is where your right starts, and this is where your right stops. So trying to make those students understand that becomes very difficult. Because sometimes you realize, I could remember there was a day I was teaching civic in the class, just to bring in this. Now I asked the class, suppose you catch a thief in your house, what are you supposed to do with the thief? And the class, yes, some students who are watching, they could remember, they were shouting, I'm going to kill the thief, I am going to kill the thief. Madam, I cannot leave the thief like that. So I stood and I was like, you're going to kill the thief? They said, yes. I said, okay. Now suppose you kill the thief and you were charged for murder cases. What is going to happen? Yes, it's better I go and rot in jail, but I will kill the thief. So this notion is what civic is trying to bring out from students. Let them understand that, there are rules and regulations, and as citizens, it is important that we understand our responsibilities and our rights. Like where your right stops is where your right begins. So every individual, you have a right. But all these rights, it is surprising to note that students would know their rights. Anytime we talk about, this is my human right, this is my right as a citizen, this is my right. But little did they know that they have a corresponding responsibility to each of these rights. So civic has come to rescue us, that as we teach students about their rights in the society, in the country as citizens, it is important that we remind them that they also have a corresponding civic responsibility as far as developing the nation is concerned. So generally, I think civic is a rescue, is a lifesaver, is a life changer. Because if you look at some of the things that are happening, now I am sure that the students that have interacted with civic and then they've gathered enough knowledge about civic, their behavior outside is different from other behaviors. Those that have no little knowledge about civic education. Just this morning you told me that you don't like littering on the street. I like that part of you. I think that's because you have enough knowledge about civic, and then you've understand that those are your civic responsibilities, to keep your environment clean. So compared to somebody who will just eat and then try to litter around the street, sometimes our level of reasoning are different. So when it comes to civic, Mr. Ba, I think it is something that we need in our schools, because this is where we prepare our students, because we believe they are the leaders of tomorrow. So once we are preparing them, we need to put that spirit in them. In as much as we want them to be patriotic, in as much as we want them to become those nationalistic individuals, the spirit of nationalism should also go with some responsibilities that will go a long way in trying to develop our nation.
That's a very important. I believe this is what the government have seen, especially the Ministry of Education, to bring back the subject and then not stopping at that, but making it a core.
Exactly.
Yeah, because like you talk about the littering issue. If the kids are conscious about littering, I believe even the cleaners at school will find it easy
to keep the school tidy.
Littering everywhere in the classrooms and somewhere, they'll just go to the dustbin and drop it there. I used to be a victim of littering everywhere, but later on I become conscious of why this.
Exactly.
Why this. Now I'll hold a particular, how to call it, rubbish, in my hand for several minutes, trying to check where to drop it in a dustbin or a can. So basically, the subject is very key, and then I believe schools are taking note, teachers are putting more interest in it. At Yunus English School, we are doing our level best to make sure that students, have that interest of the subject, because a conservative nation, the mindset is always difficult to change. But then with time and encouragement, they will be able to understand the importance attached to this subject, so as to cultivate a patriotic citizens and then have a transformative nation that is going to yield, consistent and then substantial development in the future. Thank you so much for that deliberation, Madam Sanyang. Mr. Principal, once again, classrooms, the environment. The classrooms and the environment is very important.
Very, very important.
Extremely, we know that. And then, I don't know how, at Yunus English School, whether your classrooms, are active, they foster active and inclusive student-centered learning, because that is very key. Yes.
Yes. Environment is very key as far as education is concerned. So establishing conducive and productive environment for teaching and learning is very, very critical. So at Yunus English School, our classroom is not only spacious, but it's also conducive for learning. And we are also very concerned about the teacher-student ratio. As dictated in the minimum standard 1 to 45, we don't even go closer to that, because we want to see that our students in the classroom are free, and teachers also who are preparing them are also very equipped with the necessary materials in order to foster that discipline in students, and also to foster a very productive learning style that will involve the students. We don't believe in turning the students into passive listeners, that lecture methods, but we make the students also take part actively in their own learning development. This is very, very important. We embrace the different learning styles because no one size fits all. When you look at Dr. Gardner's multiple intelligence, you will see that different people have different learning style, different learning tests and appetite. So that will tell you there are students that you know, before they understand a concept, they have to listen to it. They are audio learners. We have people who you also know, they are visual learners. They have to see things before they could conceptualize what they are all about. We also have people who are body learners. They are very smart. So that's why when you look, they are very smart in dealing with their body. So you can also look at the domain of education, that cognitive development that has to do with the brain, and also the psychomotor that has to do with the movement of the body parts, and also the affective that has to do with the feeling. We make sure that all these ingredients are available in the Benachin to have a nice test, so that this will add stimulus to the learning, and there the students will enjoy what they are learning. They will build interest on it, and they will also take a very active role in their own learning development. So this is important to us, and doing so, learning system, what we call the learner-centered, is very, very key. So therefore, at the Yunus English School, we make sure that we embrace learn by doing style. We make sure that any activities that is that takes place in the school, children also take part very actively in it. They are a responsibility of learners as far as education is concerned. The parents are there to make sure that they have the necessary materials that they needed. The teachers are there as facilitators to make sure that to facilitate the learning, teaching and learning process. And the students that are there also should revolve around that opportunity and make sure that they also take part there very actively. I love the learning style where the students will work in peers or work in groups, and later on they will be presenting their concept, their prerequisite knowledge on the concept that the teacher is trying to build in them. I definitely love that. Sometimes when I see teachers going into the class with laptop and trying to show students, episodes of, lectures, and then the students will be, very exciting. Such a class, hardly you find students talking or sleeping, because, they are doing things that interest them. They have seen it, and then, they have that love for it because of what they are involved in the teaching and learning process. So, having students in your mind and heart, that makes a teacher the best teacher, because there the teacher can go to the moon and bring down anything that is necessary to conceptualize the lesson content in the heart and the mind of the students. So Yunus English School is a champion when you come to lesson delivery, and also when you come to fostering discipline, and also challenge our students for them also to take part in their own learning development. This is very key. If you look at the Paulo Freire in his Pedagogy of Oppress, he stated, care for and about them and bringing learning into life. This will from the theoretical concept to real life situation. So anytime the learners are put into the real life situation, they know the benefit of the topic that they're talking about. So that's why in the lesson planning, it's also very key to discuss the importance of that lesson and how the lesson also will impact the life of the children or learners. This is very, very important. So there you will see when you are, especially the mathematics teachers, you could see that our math teachers are very funny people, because what they definitely want our students to love maths, because it's a very, very boring subject sometimes, because it's more of passive. You understand? So looking at it, that some students may be like, okay, where am I going to find equation in life? How equation is going to help me to do this and that and that and that. So you see, that concept can only be wiped out from them if depending on the learning style, the pedagogy, or also the methodology used by the teacher. Now, for example, teachers will come up with a holistic approach, putting to these students that mathematics is everywhere, is happening everywhere. When you go to your room, there are shapes everywhere. Looking at your bed, it is having shape. Looking at your furniture, TV, they are all having shape. So there, when it comes to learning of a shape in mathematics, they will understand how it is. And also, even in cooking, mathematics is there. You need to measure the water, the quantity of water that you need to boil that rice. So that also is very important thing. So there, anytime the child is also cooking, we remember mathematics, measurement. You understand? Okay, and also there are time to calculate the quantity of salt that you're going to add on that stew. Also the jimbo and other things. So all those things are calculated and balanced, so that you will not put one more than the other. You understand? So that calculation, it also involves equation, because you're trying to balance it. So this is how we do it, at Yunus English School. We make sure that we bring the theoretical concept to the real life situation. So anytime even the students are walking, they know that, okay, I am covering a distance, and every step is counted. All these things are part of measurements in mathematics. So that makes learning very fascinating, and also people learn by doing, and because of their involvement, they take ownership of their own academic development. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much. It's like bringing learning to life.
Exactly.
Yeah, I picked 2 points from your deliberation, like talking of the student-centered methodology. Because like when you talk about, pairing students or group demonstrations, you are bringing an approach of the student centers, which is very effective when it comes to teaching. Because some students easily learn from their peers than from the teachers. Sometimes you can understand that in the classroom. And then also you talked about the use of gadgets, like teachers going with laptops, but especially some subjects like literature in English language, where some of these plays have to be demonstrated for students to see. Because technology is very much important when it comes to learning. People are trying to embrace technology because it makes things much easier. I think even the settings here right now is technology. Here right now, everybody is watching wherever he or she is in the world. So basically, the use of technology also fosters that. So teachers going with gadgets, trying to make a play, bring real life learning into the classroom, makes understanding much easier, and that helps students to also, try to conceptualize. That's bringing learning to life, because the students who will hate mathematics, if I finish school, what am I going to do? Where is maths used in school, other than calculating money and so? But then that particular child who is as I would call it, a cook or a chef in a restaurant or a hotel, knows that he need to measure everything that he need to add in the food or in the meal that he's preparing. And then you take example of Benachin. I know you must talk about Benachin.
Yes.
Benachin is a problem.
I like Benachin.
All right, thank you so much. That was a good point. Definitely, that was a good point. Mr. Vice Principal, I have a question to you. And these questions have to talk. To three flanks. It has to be the community, the parents, and then the stakeholders, the school. What is the level of collaboration between the school as a community, and the community in which the school is established on, that is Busumbala, at maybe Kotu, Sarepate, looking at the environments, and then the parents of the students, because these three organs plays a vital role in helping to shape the life of the child. The school alone cannot do it. The parents alone cannot do it, and then the community alone cannot do it. So there need to be a collaboration, and that's very paramount. How effective is that collaboration at Yunus English School?
Yeah, thank you very much, Mr. Ba. Those who know Yunus English School will definitely know how concerned parents are, how concerned the community itself is to the school, and how collaborative the school, teachers, parents, and then the administration is. When you look at it every day, or in a week, you will realize that parents are very much concerned about the welfare of their children. When they come to the school, you could see that the welcome that they receive from school is definitely great. We have that. We even have a parent representative. People who, if parents are not happy with certain issues, there are definitely a group of people who takes care of that. And then when it comes to our relationship, you could see that the school is very much open to the parents and the community, because they frequently visit the school, sit with the administration, and ensure that the concern of their children are definitely not hidden to them. Even by doing that, when you look at the school, we have that policy, or the homework policy, whereby, when these homeworks are given to students, parents will in fact communicate to the school to ensure that what is given to them, whether if their level of understanding is not up to that, they will still come back to us, communicate to us, to ensure that what is given to the students are well noted by the parents. And then with that, they can even give them a helping hand if they could. Not actually to do it for them, but then to guide them onto it. Because as you can see, learning does not only stop in the classrooms.
Yeah, so.
Also, we give out homeworks and assignments to ensure that students are engaged at home with the help of their parents at home, and then even the community as well. Because I could remember someone who actually is not a parent to a particular child, but have to come to the school to inquire about the particular task given to a student who came to for assistance from that particular parent or particular individual. He came to the school to ensure that it is well explained to him. So Yunus English School is definitely open to parents and the community, even though your child may not be there, but then when you are concerned about the welfare of the community, because it's in a community.
Yeah.
Busumbala is a very big community, and Yunus English School, as the leading or one of the leading schools at that area, is also open to parents. Parents come always to find out, and the school, when parents come, like I said earlier, they must have to see out people, the administration, the school teachers. The collaboration between the parents, the school, and the community is definitely very strong.
Is there any
it's very cordial.
It's cordial. Is there anything like a PTA, Parent Teachers Association?
Exactly. Yes, there is PTA, and our able Alcalo, Honorable Bolombi El Jata is the chairman of who is always, in fact, it will come a time with the heavy responsibility that he has on his shoulder, he will always come to the school. In fact, goes into the classrooms and then attend full lessons.
A veteran.
Yes, he's a veteran. Yeah, he will definitely visit school
teachers,
always,
yeah.
and then in fact go to each and every class. Sometimes complete the whole lesson in a class, and then find out what the challenges are, what are some of the things that the teachers are facing when it comes to dealing with students. And an old man, but very active.
Very active.
Definitely.
Uncle
And he will,
in
in fact, he will go up to an extent of visiting even the parents when certain things are addressed to parents or addressed to him concerning the welfare of the children, he will personally go up to the parents,
And meet
to the
them.
different communities to address those issues.
Wow.
Because as you can see, when we call on this Parents Teachers Association meeting, you could see the parents definitely
The turnout is always
the turnout
good.
is always
And how
very
often
great.
those meetings, is it like yearly, once in a year, or every time you?
It's timely. It's
Timely?
done timely.
It's done timely.
It's done timely.
And then we know we cannot leave, I mean, the women folk out. And then we know it's also a culture to have what is called a mothers club.
Yeah.
Because, mothers are very much instrumental,
Very
when it comes to the well-being of the children. So I don't know whether you have, a mothers club too.
Yeah, we have it, and
Mbatako,
thanks to Mbatako,
exactly.
happen to be the chairperson in that area. She's
And-
a very, very instrumental lady, also aging, but like very active. Because I remember Mbatako almost, when you come to the students' welfare, making sure that, there is a very safe food, under the environment, that selling environment also is also conducive for the student. I think Mbatako also is a godsend personality. He'll definitely love the students at heart and mind. Sometimes you could see how the students will even bounce on her, trying to take certain things from her, ice juice, things like that. So we have a very, very good setup of both Mothers Club and also the PTA, like Mr. Drame alluded to. We have a very proactive system, and the one leading that is another veteran, both in education and agriculture. He holds a double masters. Yeah, double masters in education and also in agriculture. He's currently the Alcalde of Busumbara, a father, Mr. B.L.K. Jata, who will always be in the school, even in the classroom, to attend the lessons, the whole lesson, observing teachers, and then, always hail their methodologies. And later he will come to me and say, Mr. Principal, you are doing very good, the teachers are good, we are the best, we are that, at least having that tab at the back is also
it's a motivation.
Motivation, keep teachers moving. So reward.
Yeah, I can remember meeting with him and telling him, oh, keep it up, people are doing good.
Yeah, that's very good. And kind of him. That's very, very good. So I think the system is placing child at the center. Yeah. So because and every other thing revolves around the child.
The child is the nucleus.
Is the most protected, let's say, icon in that cycle, because it's at the middle and it's having flanks, everyone going around, parents going around, the school management going around, and also teachers also trying to install that good sense of human beings in them. Because you know better, learning, education and discipline are identical twins from the same womb. You may have an education, but without discipline is empty. Yeah, because your nation will not need your service. Your service will be destructive. But when you have a good education built on discipline, you will become a productive citizen. And that's the mission of Yunus English School, to make sure that our learners, we turn them into productive citizens. They will become productive for this nation and even outside. So knocking the international corridors for them, for both teachers and the students, exposure, coming back also and add that ingredients on what we have. So this will take us to another level.
Adding values.
Yeah, adding values. Yeah, very, very important.
That is important.
Very important, yeah.
That's the objective after all.
Mm-hmm.
Mariama Sanyang, every school have, a strategy. But then strategies, we all know there are strategies who are more effective when it comes to development of the child. And then here we are looking at still on classroom management. Do you have ability grouping? Because that is very key. Though some schools, try to encourage mixed ability grouping, but then we also understand the ability grouping is, always try to reinforce, because it brings that healthy competition between students. Do we have that in Yunus English School?
Thank you, Musaba. Like you said, we have ability grouping, even though some schools don't want to go by that, or they still want to dispute that fact. But if you look at schools like Yunus English School, where we have ability grouping, like it's not a witch hunt, but it's like you said, it's to build that competitive that healthy competition among students. Let's say you have your friend in A and you are in F class. What's going to happen? You're also going to work hard to ensure that you are also in the A class. But notwithstanding, it doesn't mean you that is in the F class, you are also left alone. No, you receive the same the same quality of teaching from the teachers, but then it is going to ensure that you as that student, you're going to perform into the A class where you have the best ability grouping. So looking at the strategy, it is all geared towards ensuring that students work hard. You know, because we understand that some students from school hardly would they sit to open their books and then read. Some even at school, despite the fact that we have some students who are very compliant or who follow rules and regulations, we still have some students that we have to struggle with them to ensure that we bring them on board. But then if you them by your hand, you cannot touch them by any other means. But then when they see their friends or when they see their colleagues in the best grade, let's say for example in the A grade, and then they are in the C grade, what is going to tell them? Nobody will tap them at their back and tell them you need to work hard to be in this A grade. So that's a wake-up call for them. Yeah. So basically, it may not be like the same as where you have people that students have to repeat. No, but with this ability grouping, I believe it's a way forward to ensure that all students are put on board, and then they work hard to ensure that excellence is achieved. Like we said, in Yunus English School, our priority is excellent academic performance. So anything that is going to bring us excellent performance, anything that is going to bring us excellent results, we ensure that we inculcate that into the system, and then we go by that to ensure that the school achieves its dreams.
Excellence. At Yunus English School, we believe in excellence. That is very good. Mr. Principal, how about textbooks?
So
The significance of textbooks.
good. Textbook is very important. It's like a soldier in a war field without gun. You see, that soldier will be slaughtered by the enemy. So students need to be equipped. So I think this is where the parents should also come in full force to make sure that the students are properly equipped. You see, if the students are having the textbooks, students are having their exercise books, students are having their the pencils. This will help the students very well, and also the smooth running of teaching and learning, and also in the classroom. Because we have a homework policy, we make sure that the students, we give them tasks that they're going to do at home. That's a very positive reinforcement, and then it is also going to help the students very well to also take part in their own learning development, which is very holistic. So, and therefore, the teachers that are giving them a homework will only state the chapter of the textbook where they will find the exercise and do it. So imagine if a homework is given to the students in grade 10 class, and there is a child, 2 or 3, without textbooks. It's going to be a problem. It's going to be a problem. So what will happen, the following day, if teacher is assessing their homework, we will learn that some students did not do it, and then the complaint from them is that we do not have textbook. So we want to appeal to the parents. At our school, we don't joke with textbooks, because we don't want to see students in the classroom without the necessary materials that they needed. And even to the extent, we even making it compulsory that every child in our school must have a textbook, because we want them to be equipped and also even read ahead. For example, the teachers in the curriculum delivery plan, which is pasted on the blackboard, on the wall of the classroom, and also shared with the students. Now the student can even read ahead. Those who are even having high appetite of learning will read ahead, so that when that lesson time comes, they only need the explanation from the teacher, or also trying to know the meaning of some words. So that's where the vocabulary building also will come to play. So textbook is very, very, very vital. It's very, very important. In teaching and learning for quality, textbook is very central. You understand? And then the students is about preparing the students, giving the students all the necessary tool to till the soil, water the soil for plant germination. When you look at it at that point, you need to have a fertile land, and you need to till that fertile land, you water that fertile land, so cultivate your crops, and then through that process, your crops also will grow and do well. So there will be a time that they will reach and they are greener, and there will be the time for what harvesting. Yeah. So when that time comes, you are going to harvest. Boom. Your harvest is going to be very good. It's going to be very bumper. Yes. So looking at that, it's the same. It's the same process. When you get a child textbooks, you are preparing that child for his or her own academic development, and there will be the time the child will reach at a level that he has the mastery of the content knowledge of the subject. So there, that child now is already prepared for both internal and external exams. So the child will not struggle to pass exams. No. So this makes textbooks very, very central.
Yes.
Yeah. So therefore, we are appealing to the parents. The students are transiting to other grades. Some in grade 1 now going to 2. Some in grade 2 going to 3. All these levels, there are textbooks for them. Yeah, we understood that at the upper basic, we have a textbooks that covers the 3-year syllabus from 7 to 9, and the same in the senior secondary school. But even those who come in on transfers, we have to proactively monitor them to see that they have the textbooks. So anyone without will be encouraged, the parents will be encouraged to get them textbooks, because this is what we should do in order to foster and maintain that standard.
Standard is key.
In
and
the system.
Do the school have this textbook, all these textbooks?
Yeah. The school did everything possible to have all these textbooks.
Meaning every material that
are needed are already stationed.
It's available in the
school.
Okay.
Yeah. They are already stationed in the school, prescribed textbooks, and also on the invoice. So the parents don't need to struggle to do any other thing. All what they need is to grab that invoice and then purchase everything and the child from the school there, and the child will be supplied at the school.
There's nothing to worry, like nothing saying that I have bought this thing, but it's not that, because what the students need, the school has that for them.
Yeah.
So it's been getting the right material at the right time.
Good, everything is there. We make sure that we bring everything to the doorsteps of learning. So we don't as a school we don't choke with that. We make sure that any materials that our students need are available in the school. So the parents, all what they need to do is to come to the school, get the invoice, pay for it, and then the students will get their supply. And then these are the right prescribed textbooks for them at all levels. Very rich in content, and then learner friendly. Yeah.
Very rich in content, learner friendly. You need it, this school got it for you, and then together we build your child for your own betterment and the betterment of the nation. So parents, you have nothing to worry. The textbooks are very important, as alluded by the principal. There is nothing like worrying, okay, where am I going to get the textbook? Is this the right book or not? The school have everything that is needed, and then you can just purchase it through getting the invoice from the admin, and then you have your books for your kids. Every child needs a textbook. Textbook is a policy, so it's something that needs to be factored at all levels. Thank you so much, Mr. Principal.
You're welcome.
Able Vice Principal.
So,
new man in the panel. Drame Kundanga. Yes.
I only hope he's not hungry.
No, I don't think he's hungry. The Cafe Tuba is working.
The Cafe Tuba is working on time.
This Magal.
today is too early.
The beautiful thing about it is, like, when you're taking even the streets, you are served with free Cafe Tuba.
Okay.
Yes, because Magal is Wednesday.
But I got a call for 25.
No, that one is early morning. Maybe they were yet to be around. Because I can remember even day before yesterday, somebody approached me and gave me a cup.
Yes, they're giving for free because Magal is few
But I don't think that can replace the coffee from Switzerland.
No, but the Swiss coffee.
That one, I think they have the best.
They have the best. And then, interestingly, Switzerland don't produce coffee.
Yes. Yeah.
Ironica.
It's very ironic.
Very ironic.
It's important.
And they have the best coffee.
Mine is
Very
the
ironic.
Civic education should do something about
something
that.
about
We will work on
that.
that. We will work on that.
Guys, civic as a subject should do.
Exactly.
Mr. Vice Principal, you were at the lower sector, lower basic, and the foundation is very key, extremely. That's the base form. Whatever you're doing in life, the foundation is key. When you have a good foundation, what is coming next? There's a high expectation that is going to be quality and standard. And at Yunus, the saying is that we don't compromise with standards. So you've been at the LBS as a lieutenant to the principal. How was it at the LBS? What are the things that we are going very well there? Because we know the LBS have been producing excellent students who transit to the upper basic and then to the senior secondary school. What is done at your level there?
Yes, thank you so much. First of all, we have a group of teachers that know what they are doing. They know their area very well. And then when you come to Yunus English School, even teachers there do not even want to go home. We stay at school. I think
the school is a home.
It's a home for
It's a
teachers,
home.
Yes, definitely.
as well as students.
Yeah.
Yes, all teachers in the lower basic, our ECD to the lower basic are all well-trained teachers, and then with different level of qualifications, because you realize that most of our teachers there have gone through PTC, that is Primary Teacher Certificate at the Gambia College, and then went back for their higher teacher certificate for primary, HTC primary.
Advanced level.
So you could see that they have done the
foundation,
training, and again the advanced level as well.
They are well equipped.
So the other secret there is that the student-teacher relationship is perfect at the Yunus English School. Parents are at ease when their children are at school. You could see that even when up to an extent of having WhatsApp groups for all the grade levels, including the teachers that are teaching them. And any information regarding the children at home or at school are all shared with the teachers and then the parents at that very WhatsApp group. So you could see that there is never a time where parents are not informed about their children's progress, and also teachers are also having first-hand information from parents concerning their children's activity at home.
Because the home is very key.
Exactly. So you could see that we also established something in our sector, which is rotational base. Just as it happens in the upper and senior
secondary school.
That was from grade 3 up to grade 6. We have a rotational base there. We understood that teachers in the lower basic are trained to handle all the subjects that are in the lower sector. But we realized that not all teachers are perfect in all the areas. There are areas that teachers are better at. Like when it comes to English, mathematics, a teacher cannot be perfect in all those. But we screen them and realize that this particular teacher is good at English and this other one is good at mathematics. So that's how we do it. We do it in a rotational base. So you realize it will even push students to be able to grab that complete understanding from teachers at their various areas. With that, and then every teacher, this homework policy that the principal talked about here is in full force at Yunus English, especially for the ECD. There is this daily homeworks that are given to students every day. They have to go. They have a special book that they have called homework book, whereby students will always go with those books, and teachers will still inform parents that students are coming with homeworks
in the WhatsApp
group. Lower basic, we also have a plan whereby 2 or 3 teachers will not give homework at the same time, because students also need to have
some rest
when they go home.
When
the English teacher is giving the grade 6 homework, he will make sure that he communicates, or that plan is there, communicated that
this particular
today Monday is a day that English teachers are going to give out homework. Mathematics is going to give out homework in this particular, so that they will not be loaded with a lot of work at home.
Because the child needs to rest.
Exactly. Because the reason being is we don't also want the children to be idle at home.
Yeah.
Whatever that they learn at school, when they go home, they have to go through
rehearse,
so that when they come back to the next day, it will not be, they will not forget it. Because you realize that sometimes you give out a lesson, the next day when you are doing that recapping, you realize that some students are not what the way they leave school is the way they come back.
Come
the next
back.
day.
Yeah.
So that is why that homework will help them a lot to ensure that
There's a
students always go through what they've learned.
In the
The recapping of the lesson in the subsequent day will be very easy. You can realize that students are the mastery of that area is done. And again, we have this monthly assessment. Everything that is covered in each month is they are assessed on
continuous assessment.
Exactly. That will show the teacher whether to move or not. We have the weekly quiz that we normally do to ensure that, because in our lesson plans, we plan for every day. But when you look at the scheme of work, it's a weekly or fortnightly planning. You could see that by the end of the lesson or the scheme that you prepared for the week or two, by assessing the student, when you assess them, you realize that when any shortfall that you realize can be worked on before you move to another topic or another week. So that, in fact, make the students to always be on their toe. Whatever lesson that is on, because you know that this assessment that we are giving them is not just an assessment that you will do it and then forget about it. They are all recorded, and by the end of the term, those marks are all accumulated to provide 30% of the score for the final examination. Because you will know that the examination marks are 70% is gain out of examination, and the 30% is from the continuous assessment from the day that we start the lesson until the day that we go in for revision. And again, the reason why we are very successful, our students, no matter where they are always recognized because of their performance. I think what makes our area unique, especially the lower basic, is the type of materials that we are using. As alluded to by the principal, we have these books that are very, very much rich. It connects from the lower basic to the upper basic. You could realize that. In fact, during this study period, a particular teacher told me that, in fact, these topics that we are starting or that we are doing with these people at the upper basic, it's like they've learned it. You could see that the materials that we are using has a very strong connection with what they are going to do in their upper basic. So those are some of the things that are that are helping us a lot. But to go to that point is we have that excellent teaching staff that are always ready to give their best to the students.
The environment is okay, the teacher-to-student ratio is good, the teaching staffs are excellent. So at the end, you breed excellent students, and then performance is always at the high level. That's a very good. I believe some parents are very much conscious when it comes to the early grades of their children, because the foundation is very key and instrumental. So building them, catching them young at that level, impacting the necessary materials and skills, attitude and values will make things easier for them when they transit to the secondary school level. So they will not find it very tough. And then at Yunus English School, there's nothing to worry. We have the ECD, the LBS, upper basic, senior secondary school. So secondary, basic and secondary education is guaranteed from level 0 to the last level. And then we are available at Busumbala, we are also at Sarepate, and also at Kotu. Our doors are always open. Mr. Principal, I think there is a news, there is a secret. There is something new that I heard. There's a news that is popping up, that Yunus have secured something. I don't know whether secured, I mean, a bull or what exactly have Yunus secured? Because people always want to hear new things, development. And then communities are eager to have Yunus in their areas. So where is Yunus about to go from here?
Yeah, I think the demand from Brikama and has been on for quite a while now. And we also observe that good number of our students are commuting from Brikama and the surrounding, coming down to Busumbala. There is a plan. Already the school secured land in Brikama. You see, like I said before, management or managers always have these three tools: planning, executing, and reflecting. So the land is already secured since 2020. So that's some years from today. Let's say 4 to 5 years from today. So, but currently also, before you also build your business, there are certain things that you put into consideration. Ranging from road networking and also the accessibility is very, very important. Currently, where the land is located, we don't believe that now is the right time to have it there, because like I said before, we need to observe the location very well, that the people also can access the area also very well. So, but very soon we will also have a Yunus English School annex in Brikama, and work started going on to look into necessary arrangement. But what is important for us at this right moment is the location. Yeah, so we already secured land in Brikama, and then very soon Yunus English School annex Brikama also will come to life. Yeah, so very soon.
We are expecting to have Yunus English School in Brikama as well. Sadiaba people, if you are viewing and listening Star TV, Star Radio, know that Yunus is coming your way.
Very soon.
Very soon we will have Yunus English School in Brikama. So Sadiaba people also, I like them.
No, they deserve it. You could see the passing out that we hold at Gambia College. You could see also the response of Brikama community, because good number of our students
they always
also
come in full force.
In full force,
yes.
So the whole was jam-packed. And then the number of students that are commuting from that end, that number is getting increased year in, year out. So for that, the school will soon establish an annex there. Okay. So that those traveling from Sanya and those coming from Kiti, those coming from around that border, Badasilame and the other areas coming down to Busumbala, we will just stop at the Brikama there, have that access to the quality.
To the quality education.
Yeah,
because I understand the students coming all the way from Gunjur. That was the time the girl told me
Dimbaya. Yeah, Dimbaya, and you'll be even surprised. We have students coming from all the way from this place, how do they call Mandinaba? Yes, Mandinaba. Yeah. Yes,
that was a year. That was a particular child. I think the boy name was Ibrahim Abba. That boy lives from Banjul to Busumbala.
Yes.
And then he always come very early.
Very early. Even Bakau. We having students from Bakau coming down. I think there was a time even when I interacted with the boy, told me I traveled all the way from Bakau, and I told him, okay, we also have a school in Kotu. He said, no, I like Busumbala. So that's fine. I love to hear that you like Busumbala.
That's good, but then Kotu is very close. Those around Bakau, Bakote, Sanchaba. Kotu is near you, and then it's the same Yunus, the same quality education that is being offered anywhere. Those around the Mariamakunda, Salaji, Bijilo. We have an annex in Sarepate, Jamweli, and those coming from Brikama and the West Coast region, and we are down there in Busumbala. The Sadeba people will come your way very soon.
When I said when it comes to Yunus, we don't joke with standards. As for me, I think if I wish I can turn back the hands of time. Yes, I'll go to Yunus. Yes, because with what Mr. Drama is telling me here, like when it comes to homeworks, everything is planned. Like teachers communicate so that they don't have to bore students with a lot of homeworks. That's just amazing.
The planning is fundamental.
So if I have only one homework, English, I just go home, I do that, and I have time for other stuffs. I think that's fine than having to do English, having to do maths, science, SAS. Whatever.
You are bored, and then we all understand all work, no play, the child also needs some time to rest. So, strategizing that a particular subject for a particular day on homework policies, because the policy is also very key. As Mr. Drame alluded, the child need not to be left idle at home. So, and then also there is a need for them to reflect on what they have learned, rehearse and get prepared, because mastery is key. Assessment comes along the way, and then that is.
I think, and then the other thing that that area also do communicate to the parents is concentration span of the child. That one is also very important. When you look at the lower basic, it's a concept building period of a child. So, and then there you need to come with all the domain of education, because that's where you found teachers, artists. You see, they don't allow the students to be very bored sleeping, and then maybe if I'm sick and things like that. Yeah, you can be on a lesson, and as the lesson is going on, you know that these are age of 9 or age of 10, and you know that their concentration span cannot, supersede that age of 9. So psychologically, you be in control. You are there to remote control them. For example, you are teaching them addition, and then 1 plus 1 is this. The concept there is not like, because when you go around, in reality, you will never find 1 anywhere. There is nowhere people will tell you, okay, 1 is here, or 2 is here, or number here. They are abstract, you understand? They are not real, you understand? But the concept you are trying to build in them is counting. You see, you're trying to build a counting in them. So that's why, lower basic approach is very, very important, because they cannot learn in abstract. That makes the teaching aids very, very important, both visual, audio, visual, and even very, very, very important at that level. So then you see how teachers also add stimulus in lessons. By the time you started, teaching them 2, 1 plus this addition, subtraction, multiplication, you try to inculcate that concept of addition, concept of multiplication in them. And there too, as you know that, things are getting bored for them, you jump into singing. You jump with them, started dancing with them. You see, they love that. You see them, jumping. So, and then that jumping and they are also dancing. You see, that also has a domain there. That's the psychomotor. At the end of the day, what happens? You bring them back to the lesson. You see. So that is very, very, very critical.
The approach is very key.
Very key as far as that part is concerned. So the same thing is reflecting at home, making sure that they are not also bored with serious homework. But like, if Monday is English and then Tuesday is maths and things like that, all those things are planned just to make sure that the child also is not at home idling watching TV. And there are also, the parents also will know, okay, my child is given homework, let me assist my child, how he's going to do it. If the parents do not have that time, they also will hire teachers for them who will be seeing them. All these things are positive reinforcement in building child holistically. That's very important. You can remember during our time, even in the primary school, I can still remember one of my primary school teachers, Mr. Jame. The moment he started teaching us about, he said it was an English teacher who is teaching us about parts of speech, and then we are like, it's bored, things like that. He will jump up with a song. I could remember this song where he will say, open the door for the children. Yes, because that everyone is tired, he will be like, open. We are all like, open the door for the children, open the door for the children, open the door for the children, and see children's at work. So everybody is like, see children at work. You see, so you are learning at the same time enjoying. You see, so this make you active and be part of it. So such kind of children will never say, no, today I'm not going to school. No.
This school is.
They will never say school will become home for them. So like he alluded to, this our Yunus English school is just like a home for teachers and the students. So we always there.
There is no time you go to school, you'll not find somebody there. This school,
so I think there special thanks to the proprietor for giving us that conducive environment. Mr. Yusila can go to the moon to make sure that teachers and the students are all happy in the school. Sometimes you will just come, I think teachers will need this. Oh, I will bring this one for them. Oh, let's make this and that for the teachers to enjoy, things like that. So, and then that's very good for the school.
That's another man like that, that word, oh.
So yes, he loves teachers and the
I think it's part of Sarola English.
No. These are just expressions,
I can see. I could remember when I came newly.
Yes.
After the bell, phew, I am going home. But now, don't you think I am the air companion of that school?
You have a susu then.
I have a susu. Now I don't want to go home.
Thank you so much, viewers. That was the first segment. We will now delve into our national languages. As we stated, this is Yunus Hour that comes your way every Sundays from 10 to 12 now. And then I have these beautiful panelists here. And then you have had the deliberation. Nobody is left behind, and then all sectors are being treated well, because quality education is needed in all sectors. The foundation is paramount, and then you heard of our new, vice principal have stated what they do at the LBS, what makes it different from other school? Why is it that children will always want to stay in the school? Because the school is a home. The school is conducive, and everybody who gets in there, you will want to stay. So bring your kids to Yunus English School, Busumbala, Sare Party, and Kotu. And then, as I stated, Brikama, Sadeba people, very soon Yunus will come your way to. A land is already secured. Basically, that is for the English version. Mbadin Lamoral, Milbe Lamoylola, and in Juberola Star TV, Star FM. Ko nga fali ñu ñame Yunus awalem nin kanale dimaso dimas bi fanam felale jang nina mol kacha be kacha la jang min be dandi Yunus English School al sa kala ko Yunus be busumbala ibe kotu ibe sare pate al sala dingol natino ke dundi nanje abije kabring ECD wala nursery school di kata for grade 12 so mal danila al sala dingol nat nang al saje ko ifanan karam kendo min be kerinje ifananse muna fan so ma dinol se kale tinewti sale se kale kontan dati alla balu ko no adum fanan saje ko ise banko na fano suma mbokki déglukat yi olof ak déggkat yi olof yi ñu la fi teebal tey Yunus Awa ñu jógee Yunus English School xamal leen ne Yunus English School ñu ngi Busumbala ñu ngi Sare Party ñu ngi Kootu comme niñ ko miin di defee dimanche bu nekk di fi ñëw lu ko jógee 10 o'clock ba 12 maa ngi fii ak suma gars yi ñu ngi waxtaan lu demee mbir Yunus English School te tey tamit ñu ngi nii fii di leen ñëw léegi waxtaanal si kàllaama olof nga gis ne olof yi tamit ak déggkat olof yi mun a dégga soosee tamit ak déggkat yi soosee mun a dégga te tamit suñu amee tamit mun nañoo dugg si pol bi am nañ fi joolaa bi wante tamit mun naa dugg si joolaa bu dee tamit xëj na si waxtu bi fu mu nekk nii dañoo dooree mandinka bi ñu dooree suñu principal bi mu ñu fi teewal tey comme ni ma leen ko waxoon suñu vice principal bi tey moom teewul fii nii yàlla def na ne moom am na scholarship pour dem study in America for his masters ñu ngi ko ñaanal Mr Sano ku ko fi replace tey mooy Mr Dramé déggoon ngeen bu mu doon introduce boppam fii nii ñu dooree ak Mr Principal be mbadat letel la ko la mo la nga fo nyamen ko programme ñu tala fula nyaw be kala na kangol tin kamil fojang diamo do follow be ñinin kala minna wala ngalon ko karambungo aka sorone bar karambung nyaton ko wol buka soron kos du ko be dawoda ika plani ne ka folo janin do ko be sila ar ngalon ko ñu wato mato la plan wato leti kaji ko jannin karamo mo yalla ko jama be jemi nyanta ke isatara sabateri misal na yalla doron karango sedatino akara time wi soson so lafta isaf mo ko sante mune be kerin school ro mi be dending preparation o nyina mi be dending karam dinding wala study ko wala anin cool damal bije
ya baraka ba ke musaba yingi din kaari ji mala mbadi ngol mbal konton nal konton sene wala ka faale ko Yunus English School tolle bale jambi pour nali kacha ka intendal ko tolle mun kusifalle soto ali ne karan ko nyal be nyaadi wala rim bundaju maldo ka je ko dindi ngolu ali idundi karan wala men kam fo iso soto isaje isake molti men be ifangol nafala ye wulula nafa yela banko fan nafa hani fo dunia ka dunia fa nafa ñinin karo ke menna wala ko hani bi karambongol be sorondi mba hani bi tol be do ko wala bo nyamale nin karambongol soronta wotu molum watoti nka molta menu kana nan karambo nyinola anu wotu mol ko nam watoti nka kol kafu nyoma kaje ko min nin karambo yelata dindingol menu minala la karan kul be kala no nyamen ne kol be to bende nyi watol la koma be nyamen mol ya lon ko suti yo be kasino ko ni la dimbayal be banta jani minala fese kata kul ke la kul be to poto e koma wala mo ila tar dulal to dinkral to ko be to poto ani la karan ko be kenya ko fonon be to poto e bayila doron nin kana mo ilta doron ay bayila sain to sotarta sotla dulato wala kutena la kotenche memba fala ko wole mol bulo mutandi wayatin na karama man commence so ndol la karambo tol bel balorim bunda men to wolo nyinde ko ni wato wati karambo molta dinno ta dali fola lu folo me ya lon ko inata karambo bele la lu menna wolo mo fam karamo ka commence le amanje ko min ba gamenol ka afonya men ko karambol ka yel bari karamo bi ka commence akatale faylo ko kilinsi wala fula wo man tarin toliya ntol kana do ko be ke ni fonandi wato le kono dindol be so kono so ntol se si nga kol be to bendinge be kafu nyoma e bayila ko dindingol nata trom teacher fanan betarla pareri dindol fanan sina e pareri ngo kabo suwo kono e la bukol ni sina fo fengol be e soto ende soto la nyamen wala mu fango karan e commence o batarla yanta wala bol min kela teacher fanan wolbe teacher bulu teacher ya lon ko yo bi ngenta ngene karanjila ni lo ko ngenta lo ko karan be ngene karanjila o be mu kuleti me alon ko ni wato la mun tol ka administrator karam mu nyaton kol be kafu nyoma pour i bàyyi la ko science o tata soto la je fereng abo nyama mba falal yako nakaramo be yela la ni september karoti follow a benna tena wala fe be karamo yalla wala ando wala mo fama be kala karamolti silambe men wala wulula le wala ni diko dindongol de pour yela karamo ni bete ay tano nyaato yanta bukol soto lal so ñin bukol ila karanda bukol ani ka sefero ke bukol men kono ñin ila kalal ñul be ndakala fenneti me yalon ko ñin tan woni minala dindon be ñanta o sotolal ni si da classe ko no dron fendet la je sa en pour ke karan la classe wol fanan modol be ñi ñaari be lal fanan pentru kanke ñi ñandi do ko be ke kan karam moto do ko ñimma ni dinol fangol nada fangol tela karam bo sutela ila lal do be sila damen ti la cool ñil bebe to boto kan ñi wato kono do ko be kering kabo proprietor kana fo ntol principal vice principal anin senior teacher kebal bebe do ko ke kan ka je ko wato men da dronko karam be la dron karam se commence a ñam musaba ngamira ni lon ko wolti ñenta men fola parents woli ko ifanance lon ñi anyama ko dindol hanisa be soma classes ke kanne wala mu ñi sama ko no karamot ñin kake men kam ma wala dindin kuta mal men na tan kana molu kana ka fumba anina dindin dol men yalan ko be sawun kan kata wala bo la doto o kata buku doto men be buku lingi kada buku fula men be buku fula kada buku sawa kada buku nan abe kumala la ñu wato kono enin te chali ben comme ni mo kon kandi min aftata no so ka jibele min kata janna ba fala ko alboro di ala place mon ni so ñu mo wato le ti kadi no jibe ke long mi la problème mot isa e teacher fane se prepare ke ma ko no isa je la cool be stan wa nyama ko min be la fala nyame o ben telephone ma ko la ni ngana karam mo yela juna abe ma ko yela fanam pour dindol nyanta membe karan na ya karan kantu nga lonko watul kana nyim fonen dingol men ka tari karam watul kono ninna gama watul sita ninna bana salol ni sun kan salol anim badin krisanol fana na fetol no fetol dum sita ana benta teno fe wolum karam bikake wado la staff tri sabba wala lu kun kilim so nyilbe mu ko leti men ya lonko ni be bota wato kono dindol ngenta karan na wato men asina so taro sambana wala asina dindol fama batandi la karam ko wala so bo wala dun to ka katanga yele juna isaje dindol nyanta wato men be so la enda fama men be karan na yo sodo hana ta republic holiday minala fo nyande wato minala wote ntol la ko tinyal ala baraka bake mbal dan la le dindol lu topoto pour isaje ni september til follow isina karan ay commence anyam ala baraka
bake principal tabali ya fa nyame kumo senata nga la mo la ni jube la ya moyle ko karambong be la nyin karnala a telefolo september adu Yunus nga minki je ani min kaket dal la afatadal jamal ya samo ko nga karamo bar nyin ni wade ko no buka karam ko do lebe kering nyin bar sanden do la mol be dan to wol e be la do ko la kaje ko ka place in to bendi ning yeroro keta doron karam ka datile street busumbala lem kotulem sare patel a bebe dat la nyolal signakling ka fo dinol ka fla kon ka sele karane man tara schoolor wotije so al sa dinol parende al se samba Yunus English school dinol tarobe kerinne o fanasi tano admission office ka do sibito ka be tenon kata fo sibito to lungolung ka bo somandal kata fo talam fulala nga do min sota ja wolen na vice principal kudoti amana Mr Dramati atel be no marlin no karamundo duman ko la dinol la wolen ACD ni LBS sa nya felem place woni seletale baydi na vice principal atata tamatale Mr Drame itele benu duma jana ad ngalon ko fengo fen mobe minkela adatir dula ko maya batan ngos ngalon hani saloto nin sali wulundo man betea nin saljo beta salote mutal so datir dula nyin a important bar adi tele marli nun dinno la mbe duma ad ngajelo ko al kadinol min selendi kananan santo e katara kay dindin kende balete karon katara beteari katara to benni so mune balla nun dia tol ka kol ke nun je nyaade le min be den dinno min be duma la
Okay, baraka bake. Mr. Ba, o kumera bakel. Nini ka kumera bakel. First of all, kadari walam pro na boss ba min tara karangla la plaso. Alhamdulillah, atol principal or teacher na senior teachers and all the teachers pour la karandir la ma koy roto ani la de ma roto alhamdulillah ni ala sonta odla ata kole ala ba coming be kala nya mate kala la ba ka wonyam kana la nyinin ka roto pour na ECD that is na du malankol dindi on la me yalon ko siol be sanji sabak nani kata fu sanji woro ela maral nyala ni mil bole centre memo primary school ti ya comme ni ajibe karani la mel be mbolo kono mil be maral dindi wala ñon tan wala mun teya was ni ajibe ibe mo karandir la lati mil yalon ko yela do ko no la kendeke ibe karanta coming nak teacher karam bu mbato memo Gambia collective and then Jamal Bije ne karam fana jibe Jamal Bal Bije teacher ko no mil yalon ko ye londo yurwaring bale soto ni nara karandiro la fandala o lower basic o duma karambu ni nas fannala wala mo Jamal ye PTC kele pour din karando la inara fana ye HTC primary ke advanced diploma in for the primary school students so ikaje ko o kumaya batale because Yunus English school mo kana nga mo sikana sate ko no wala ko yele taro saban don ya kaytolo soto nanange sambange ke karandir lati hani anyaton ko ka interview kala comme teacher ni sula teacher la nke teacher applique ni safelo kana nke sindile ni kacha oni wo fana baraje nke samba class le kono ye karandiro ke nga jibe ko fo nga satisfy ko community mari nyon tan wala muti so ko la ngane tangi ka karandir lati ni ajibe fanan karandir la mil beje nin dindi ngolla kafunyo yato enen dindi ngolla relationship bambanta bakela dindi ngol ni mol be Yunus long wata Yunus kabrin tenelum kata fo sibitulon ni tara karam mon te camera hani sa en karam mon manji because dindi ngol fa ka kolera pour essayer tichal fanan katra wol nyam so ikaje ko la relationship ni la kafunyo yaning bambanta to an extent that mo be kala mo kala ke bulaje kase so kon because dindi ngona teacher na timino diata dindi ngo fe bake dindi ngo karam no ka dinara Yunus English school mo kam mo nya ko yar njeje ngamba na principal e ko wala je camera fon fa be kam farin bari na boto wala ka teacher traje be content na karamuntio ka make sure ko teacher le content pour karando se kenya because ni karando la man content e kaje ko dindi ngol ata karando kala ko nyana kala nyaming and dindi ngol fanante londo soto la ko me nyana soto la nyame o so o fanam be kono nga tikaramundo teacher nying pour ka je ko inin wulula ye kafu nyoma ye dindi ngol la karanya betendi ye WhatsApp group ol soto le mi yalon ko nin alfal ka kachaje kaje ko dindi wonyan sulata munela jindi wonyan munekela karambu ngoto wala muneka batande karambu ngoto mi yalon ko alfal nyanna o topoto lene so alfal fana o groupe the same groupe oto e kaje ko e ka dindi ngol la bata ko suwo kono lemba anin karona fanna min e ka min ke suwo kono kaje ko tijale bo akala may bajela asedala no nyami so wo fana mu kulati mi yalon ko aka mako bakale and then the other part is that lungol dinne ka sukono do ko di dinne ngol fana le karam ka bonon karam mo e ka fami homework because ngawul luwa so karam mo le mi yalon ko teacher nyanna ka do ko di dinne ngol pour nata rasu ko no aba mine kala je because ka jela ko ne dinno karandi karam mo assist mol jita seta asamo ni nata janni bita wala da do to yemi wala da min karandi telephone di other day e ka make sure ya jibe ko fo ya fahamro be nyaadi la janni be tala kata wala da do to so jama man teacher na reka je ko nga dinni wol karandi min na kunu bin nata le be nyin ka kam bari bata course to jele mune ko sabu ko ni tara so kono e ka boy karamu to nyamin ni tara so kono e ka murna wala nyama muka improvement dije so nka make sure ko ni dinni ngol ni ngai karandi minna nka fendo bondi wo kono banga dida ni tara so kono fana yo train ya murunka fo ya no ni nata somanda ni ya obe kontibo so wakati nako dindingol mo ko son ni tara so ko ne fer aka kenna la ko dindingol ka sile sabati ye do ko ke ye study ke dol bi je hani ni la study teacher bar hani wo ka ila homework ko min ka dile la ka make sure le yake pour e bajana ni nata because ni nata ke nyin ka kontibo rol bi je so ni de kare ni lamini yanu aisatu manu wala buba yanu bato dum fa Ibrahima manu e kaje ko aka Ibrahima sondo mo malule afana ka make so ko he samata ning nata mban no la woko la fana teacher bije nga teacher milta momo lalle be je mi yalon ko e faham ro bambanta je bakel momo e better daminto bake en ka wala du bulo ko nga fedi no karan wala men teacher do nata e karandi English la no botaje o ka tamol di wala no baraje dole fanan kana comme teacher ka falim e bajala ko teacher wote betera da minto bake e ka dindingol karandi wala because be trenta be tata college le ya trenta pour ka o subject mil be lo basic be karandi bare tol na taje ko dulale be je min yalon ko teacher ka bambanje bake so ngo wala di la ko e dindingol karanda so o kamala moy betera da me ko wala karandi so di o ka dindingol faham ro tarandi bakal kabo grade 3 kata fo grade 6 so rotational teaching ne bije teacher ka falen min minna period to banda belo mata teacher dole mina ka du wonyam so man chahan wala bake anin fanan textbook o mil bembulu textbook o le mil yalon ko e betara bake la because niyo dindi ngole o karande lo primary school to ni tata upper basic kam am ke collable because o katre foundation ni sotole because buko ni ya min karan ni pare tara jana aka ke bunda gateway bunda te mi yalon ko dungo ka sone aje bakel because ikaje ko ye like ni nata control ka start dumale so ni du ka duma ko indile buko nyin ka ketale in a way that aka duma ni auto ko indi drama santom ka ke problem so wol mo kulati min yalon ko e kam ma koy bakele when it comes to excellence in this school ni wala faham ro
to okay o beda bada alim kumo seniada
angale
kan diamu na kangol to wadu bija ko
definitely
mol dal angale kan nyina kende kay ani be fam falat angale bulan liggey so you can feel that the hinges while you are speaking but then it's still fine ngagolon ko lamor la ani jubela ye kumo nyi amin ya moyle adu ya fahamale be min ko do bare kumo nyi tata na wolen ko dindingol min be karamundo dumoto ndol bu katulun wala kela ko korosi kende kele ka mixo ko sulata min ne osoto min be dinding ka brin ti alla kata ila bu kol karamum bu kol tan fam fam min be dinding karam la kaje ko o sone atali saje ko karam se gena sone a dindingol school la do la min tan ti kaje ko dindingol sulata min na ya soto adon van dindingol se karam kendo soto inshallah bina Mariama ite be diam la mole surwa kan resa surwa moy lal finance kumo aden ngami kuman la fen ko be di sialan lo ton dafa bari because yaay lo principal wa ak lo vice principal yam ya ko banko si olof amna nak dal yola bu diga olof nga lo du problème ñu door ko si
jangal yaw nga dego ko su ko defé ñu ko wéccio
mbadu am problème dañu doore wit luma la ton principal bi gis na ne légui ni school yi teñel wante Yunus school bi mu na wax ne tejum because administration mom ñu ngi ci liggéey xalé ya ngi study té so gisé ñu ngi def lool non yépp comme dal préparation la dal pour préparer nga gis né bu school bi da nga gis né dara du nekk gal encore pour liggéey bi door mu dem ci kanam parce que do la dé tardé lo school yu bari da nga gis né buñ ibé dañoo duñ téla door lu mu waro def defuñ ko ta muñ ko def ta mu la jangal bo la nga gis dafa gëna tardé lo liggéey lool la bo nga jotali suñu dégg kat yi mbokki dokkati olof yi ak laakati olof yi ñu xam ne lii lañ nekk fii leen toll na si Yunus English School si thème bi nii.
Moussa jërëjëf mbokk yi ñu ngi leen di nuyu ku nekk sa tur ak sa santa di leen waxal ne ñun ñoo leen fi toogal si Yunus English School awa bi tey nag suñu waxtu bi xaw naa gudda ndax programme bi def dee gën a am solo torop gis nañ ko so ñu yokka suñ programme bi tey ñu ngi nii ñu ngee dem ba si waxtu 12 comme principal bi nu mu ko waxee Moussa ñu ne borom kër du nelaw sa kër bu rek la wut so esa bi si loolu lañ tollu fu mu nekk nii kër bi rek la wut te school yaa ngi waaj a ubbi mooy septembre bii nii so balaa ñoo ubbi school dafa war a fekkane kër bi set na ba pare liggéey bi def nañ ko place ku nekk soo ñëwee li nga war a liggéey li nga war a jël li nga moom ñu war koo put in place pour soo ñëwee duñ mën a am benn tardement si wàllum jàng soo gisee yeneen school yi suñu waxee par exemple dañoo ubbi ñu commencé pour def seen préparation yi maanaam dajale bukki régler seen teacher yi préparer seen registre yi def lu nekk lu nga xamante ne nii loolu moo war a def jàng bi mu succeed dafa jël time loolu moo tax suñu time dañ dee dem school ñu ne 2 weeks jàng amut parce que léegi lañ ubbi teacher yi setu la guñ teachers are moving postings mu ngi am so loolu yëpp def dee fekka ne jàng bi parewut pour start waaye comme ça instant bii nii Yunus English School ñoom tooguñ de principal bi mu ngi foofu noonu administration bi mu ngi foofu noonu ñu ngi make sure ne everything li nga xamante ne nii pour suñ ubbee because ñun September 1st lañ dee ubbi foog naa waxtaanee la loolu noonu si gannaaw fii nii soo gisee lu tax ñu dee ubbi September 1st mooy pour ñu mun a kooba lu bëri li nga xamante ne nii war nañ ko def balaa xale di war a def seen examen so September 1st mu ngi nii nag mu ngi ñëw loolu moo tax suñ principal bi toogut ak yeneen teacher yi ak administration bi ñu ngi make sure ne ñu prepare ground bi defar school bi nuñ ko war a defaree li nga xamante ne nii teacher yi ak student yi dinañ ko soxla suñ ubbee September 1st loolu yëpp ñu def ko si place bi dangaa gis ne suñ demee September on the 1st ñun bés boobu lañ dee dooree jànga léegi amul ne xale bi dafaa dem mu ñibbi waati kër mu ne 1 week jàng amul teacher yi set laguñ loolu amul si Yunus English School loolu yëpp soo gisee ñu ko dee def pour am lu baax ndax ñun si lu ñu baax rek lañ dee yëngu soo waxee lu baax demal Yunus English School ñun foofu loolu lañ bugga te loolu moo dee tax duñ dee bugg a jox suñ boppa time suñ amee tuuti break dañ dee meeg soo ne lu ñu war a fix pax buñ am ñu fota ko balaa ñuy dellu si waat su ko defee bu ñëwee duñ am benn jafe-jafe si wàllum jàng te duñ am benn tardement tamit.
that's good loolu baax na comme dégg ngeen ko nu mu ko waxee dañoo ibbi September on the 1st te buñ ibbee bés boobu la jàng bi di door comme léegi nii taxawaali school bi mooy administration pour gis na ne toppatoo nañ everything is in place buñ ibbee rek dugg classe la kenn xale am du ñibbi si kër lu tax nga ñibbi si jàng amul ñu ngi def lii teacher yaa ngi def déedéet buñ ibbee rek si classe bi la jàng la because preparation baa ngi on xale yaa ngi si studies tamit si school bi so da ngaa gis ne everything is in place loolu moo nekkoon lu ma laajte woon te kàddu bi set na lool ñu dem si lu ma laajte vice principal bi moom moo yore woon school bi si suuf bi mooy primary school bi ak ECD bi te gis nañ ne ñu faa jógee di éeg si kaw bu ñëwee daal fekk doy nañu te mooy ne comme liggéey moo fa nekk te moom ndax wax na fii ne lu nam nuñ dee defee foofu noonu lu ko doore si ñoom teacher yi si xale yi si jàng bi si yëpp léegi yow loolu laa bu nga bankul ñëwaat si déggkati olof yi ak laakati olof ñu xam ne loolu moo nekk si LBS bi because foundation bi préparation bi si suuf moo gën a important nit kuy julli sax balaa ngaa dem julli dangaa jàppa nga likkaam balaa ngaa julli bu loolu ko rek dañ dee wax ne julli bi moom ko rek foundation bi su baaxul rek si kaw la day nekk problème boo sampee néeg amul foundation bu baax benn bés di nga toog nga dégg néeg bi def daanu na sa kaw te loolu moom dañ ko bañ
loolu moom bañ nañ ko
lool
foog naa soosee am nañ si kaddu ñu ne banta bu tooy moo neex a jubal ndax bu demee ba mu wow nga bëgg a koo jubal dafa dama pat te foofu noonu nag loolu lañ bañ soo gisee monsieur Dramé mu ngi toog fii wax ñu kaddu yu rafet yooyu noonu ku nekk xam na ne xale bu mu tuutee la gën a neex a yar xale si ECD primary school loolu moo gën a neex a yar soo ko waxee bàyyi mu bàyyi loo ko jox dina ko téye ak fayda mu liggéey ko mu baax si ECD bi ak primary school bi foundation yi xale si wàllum jànga foofu la nekka loolu moo tax ñoom monsieur Dramé tooguñ de ñu ngi def lu nekk pour make sure ne xale yi ñuy jógee foofu noonu ñi nga xamante ne nii dañoo war a dem grade 1 wala ñu war a dem grade 7 suñu aagee si ñun tamit ñu am si baane loolu moo dee tax gars yi seen xale yi suñu accès foofu noonu duñ dee am benn coono si ñoom because daf dee fekk ne ñoom Dramé ak tiimaam yi def nañ gars yi seen liggéey si primary school bi ak si ECD bi loolu naka lañ ko dee defee because dañ am teachers yi ñu nga xamante ne nii dañ am expérience maanaam seen xam-xam bi sori na si wàllum jàngale soo gisee teacher yi mun nañoo mun jàngale waaye tamit utee nañ ñeneen ñi mun nañ koo mun waaye xam-xam bi du fa nekka loolu tamit is another thing waaye soo demee si primary school bi si Yunus English School teacher yu fa nekka dañ am experience maanaam gars yi am nañ certificate PTC am nañ PTC secondary advanced diploma in secondary so loolu noonu def dee tax ñu war a defandikoo ak xale yi si lu yomba because dañ dee xam fu ñu war a jàngalee xale yi xale nekkul lu nekk nga koo jàngal si primary school bi wala si ECD bi dafa am yeneen faana yi nga xamante ne foofu foog nga dëgëral ko su ko defee foofu la war a taxaw banko dangaa gis ne su demee si primary school bi wala si upper basic bi mu mun a sotti loolu yëpp am na kaar waaye ba pare tamit duñ stay toog apart from that experience teachers yuñ am mooy teachers yi nga xamante ne nii am nañ certificate yu baax yi xam nañ si xam-xam ñoom tamit duñ dee toog because dañ dee mën a nekk di test xale in all aspect mooy lan seet naka lañ jàngalee xale fuñ toolu ak gaay dafa utee ak ñeneen school yi ñu nga xamante ne nii suñ joxe test tey duñ la joxaat test ba tàmbi jeex test boobu noonu kese la ñoo jël defee ko leneen ñu jox la sa mark loolu nekkul Yunus English School de ñoom dañoo jox continuous assessment suñ la joxee mën nañ laa jox assessment weekly sax pour seet daal topics yuñ teach nii xale yi luñ jàngal xale yi si week bii nii naka la gaay mel ak loolu noonu ndax gaay am ne si understanding gaay faxaam nañ ko wala faxaamuñ ko bu baax ndax gaay mën nañoo continuer ndax mënoo nekk di jàngale xale tamit ku nga xamante ne nii yaa ngi koo prepare yaa ngi koo shape yaa ngi continuer xamuloo ne fu mu dëgër wala fu nga xamante ne ni fii nga ko war a dooleel loolu yëpp am na solo trop si ECD wala am si primary school bi so loolu noonu tax na soo jàngalee gaay si week bii nii topics yi ñaari topic ñetti topic jëlal time tuuti rek joxal gaay 1 2 3 ñeneenti laajte nga seet gaay fuñ toll si topic boobu noonu luñ lay tontu foog naa waxoon nañ ko fii ni am suñ last épisode bi ne am foofu lañ dee mun a waxee ak suñ xale yi ñu seet ñun naka la ñoo jàngalee gaay ak ñoom tamit fan lañ toll si xam-xam bi su boobaa suñ ko xamee ñu mun a xam ndax fii lañ war a ajos wala du fii lañ war a ajos ñu mun a continuer loolu yëpp def dee dimbale xale yi nii pour ensure ne am gaay su ñoo ñëw si primary school bi mu nekk loo xamante ne am duñ si am benn coono ak tamit si upper basic bi ñuy jógee primary school ñëw si upper basic bi duñ am benn coono te Dramé wax na ko fii nii tamit lu gën a am solo mooy diggante ñoom ak student yi ak ñoom teacher yi foofu noonu tamit ak diggante waajur yi because wax na yeneen saa dañ dee mun a waxtaan ak waajur yi ñu ngi am plateforme WhatsApp foofu noonu da ngaa gis ne information def dee flow seen diggante teachers yi ak parents yi loolu tamit am na solo ndax teacher tamit war ngaa nekk di jokkoo ak sa waajuri students yi pour ngeen mën a xam xale def dee ñëw school waaye yeneen tamit waajur yi ak teacher mun nañ koo waxtaan ñu seet naka la ñoo dimbalee xale diggante xale ak students yi tamit dégg nañ torop wax na ko fii ne Yunus kër la sax ñeneen ñi suñu wàccee sax kenn du bugg a ñibbi man mii suma boppa si loolu laa bokka léegi suñu wàccee sax kenn du bugg a ñibbi ndaxte miin nañ foofu noonu soo nekkee si biir Yunus English School bi foofu noonu doo bugg a ñibbi because everything is put in place bugga nga ndox yaa ngi am ndox pour naan environment bi mu ngi clean mun ngaa toog foofu def sa liggéey looy yaakamti ñibbi Musa
waaw am naa sax mburu sax
mburu sax am na foofu noonu te sécurité bi mu ngi foofu noonu so doo yaakamti dara pour ñibbi so loolu moo tax nag am Yunus neex
xel dafa dal soo nekkee Yunus sax xel dafa dal moom te tamit wax na fi lu demee si homework bi tamit comme xale bu ñu ñibbi dañ laa jox ay work ñu def si kër bi loolu tamit xam naa ne am na important trop nga gis ne xale bi bu nekkee kër lu nekk foofu fekk amul dara lu moo def fekk dafa nekk si ay caaxaan rek homework bi dañ ko dee def jox xale yi si semaine bu nekk te dem wala si biir semaine bi da nga gis tey suñu leen joxee English ëllëg ñu jox leen maths pour xale bi tamit boo ko naree jóor liggéey bu ëpp boobu noonu am na yeneen yoo xam ne war na koo def si kër yi du ko mën a def te xale bi soxla tamit pour noppalee ko tamit
am na solo
so loolu tamit waxtaane na ko woon balaa maa delluwaat si gars yi amoon na lu ma laaj woon principal bi si anglais lu delloo si mbiri books so textbook si school bi because xale yi textbook si dañ important te am na ñoo xam ne waajur yoo xam ne maybe xamuñ important si textbook te nga xale bi bu demee kër textbook bi daf koo use suñ ko joxee work si classe bi yooyu yëpp daf day ñëw si textbook te principal bi daane na kàddu bi ne textbook si school bi caaxaan nañ ko dañ dee make sure ñu tra xale yi am ko te school bi am na book si loolu tamit mu nga koo gën a bankuwaat si waajur ñu gën a koo mën a
waaw Musa foog naa loolu tamit am na solo trop pour ñu waxtaan ak waajur yi ñu gën see am understanding wala ñu gën see xam trop lu tax ñu war a am textbook yi wala xale yi war a am textbook yi si school bi dafa mel ne daal kuy tooga amoo safara tooga bi du dem de Musa
xam naa ne mën na di nga lekk xaraam naka noo ko lekk dafa nekk su dee gerte la wala maalo
xanaa nga lekk ko xaaraan te lekk xaaraan moom tamit am na yu dee baax de waaye am na yeneen tamit na maalo bu xaaraan kenn mënu koo yee mun nga koo yee poli daal mun nañ koo yee so textbook bi si wàllum jànga xale noonu la mel dafa mel ni daal loolu moo dee yóbbu jànga bi dëgg la teacher bi am na si solo torop waaye xale tamit suñ amee textbook mooy book yi yu nga xamante ne yooyu la ñoo jànga am na si solo torop ndax lu tax mu am solo suñ nekkee si classe bi ñu jànga foofu noonu ba gaay wàcc dama dee gis xale yooyu ñu nga xamante ne nii suñ wàccee sax suñ ñëwee si kër bi suñ tegee rek ubbi ne seen baag yi génnee textbook bi ñu ngi riid ñu ngi laajte yeneen saa yi da ngaa dégg parents yi dinaa dimbale ma waaye léegi nga wàcca demal nga noppale ko loolu yëpp dafa am solo because xale bi mu ngi try pour jàngal lu mu jàngoon si school bi because most of the time lu ñu dee jàngale ak lu dee nekk si textbook bi dañ dee toppalante dañ dee nekk lu nga xamante ne benn la so fuñ em si classe bi suñu wàccee xale yi dañ dee mën a jël book bi pour toog jéem a seet fuñ em ak teacher bi ñeneen dañoo wax ne sax fii lañ emoon dañ ko dee màkk da nga gis ne suñ demee si kër bi ñu toog ñu waxtaan ñuy seet seen book yi ñuy draw bu dee drawing na ñu def seen calculation bi bu dee calculation ba pare loolu noonu daf day am solo trop si xale ñi nga xamante ne nii ñoom tamit comme ñu dee commencé la maanaam ECD wala primary school waaye soo demee si at a very advanced level moo nekk senior school wala junior secondary school loolu daf day jox xale bi chance ak opportunity bu nga xamante ne dafa read ahead understand nga dégg la principal bi wax na ko fi yeneen saa yi suñ ubbee from September to July balaa ñoo tëj dangaa gis ne dañ dee am a lot of public holidays a lot of breaks daf dee am so dangaa gis ne sometimes pour nga complete syllabus bi daf dee jéem a jafe tuuti waaye su xale bi amee textbook bi for exemple yaa ngi amee sa civic textbook bi fuñ em yow xale bi grade 10 wala grade 11 wala grade 12 nga xam ne yaa ngi war a def exams obviously doo toog si break boobu noonu nga ne nekkuma di dem school looy def si kër bi mooy soo paree sa liggéey sa wi sa raxas ak sa bale yooyu noonu fobeere looy def da ngay toog nga jël sa book bi nga read ahead yeneen saa da ngaa gis ne ñeneen question yi dañoo appuyer sax doo ko mën a def si biir classroom bi waaye because yow da nga doon read ahead da nga doon jànga yaa ngi amee textbook yi yaa ngi amee materials yi nga xamante ni ñoom ñoo la doon jàppale si biir classroom bi ak si kër bi yow doo am benn coono si wàllum jàng loolu moo tax textbook dafa am solo trop tax na waajur yi war see gën a taxaw ñu taka seen liggéey pour gis ne seen doom yi ñu nekk di dem school ñu am textbook yi du dul dara sax waaye pour mu mun a njëriñ seen doom yi ñoom tamit yeneen saa sax def day jox waajur bi that opportunity pour nga interact ak sa child bi mën nga ko Fatmata kaa nga toog ma ne riidal ma passage bii nii Fatmata dina la ko riidal yow tamit foofu noonu jarul sa teacher mu ñëw mu wax la ne Fatmata nii la mel si school bi yow si sa boppam turu passage boobu noonu wala turu waxtaan boobu noonu si textbook bi mu ngi tegu seen diggante mun ngaa xam ne sa doom bi ndax dëgg jàngakat la si school bi wala dëgg am na li nga xamante ni war nga koo dooleel pour mu mun a bokk si ñu nga xamante ne ni ñu ngeen jéem a try si school bi so Musa textbook am na solo trop
am na solo lool te tamit si assignment yi ak homework yi tamit daf siy jàppale parce que mooy reference material si nga make sa research and so forth so school bi am na textbooks pour ngeen yëgal leen loolu from ECD to grade 12 all textbooks ñu ngi available si school bi yow waajur bi loolu def da ngaa dem si school bi jël invoice bi xam textbook yoo war a jënda fee ko si school bi nga am sa textbook amoon na ma dem jënda ko si biti jënda nga ko ñu ne la du bii nii la def na la déedéet school bi dañoo make sure lu xale yi soxla loolu lañ leen amal si school bi te am nañ books yi yëpp foofu noonu any material bu xale yi soxla am nañ ko si school bi ma ne even uniform sax dañ koo jaay si school bi so we have everything for you dañ koo ñaw sax soo bëggee ñu ñawal la ko ndax Mr Principal nka karale fan good so Mr Principal comme Mariama ya fanya men ni question ngi ñene kal no angale kan mi den din test bu kol din wala karam bu kol kamil nyanta kamil sot nga jelo ko inafa wara batal la fale processing kulula sa kaja mi den din test bu kol nyina isaje din ngol se serono ad munila kumadi mi den din ngol nyina karam
ya test bu ko kumada bage comme nga fo no nyame akam tal doron ko sojaro me alon ko yaki wula bulata kelola ba debita kan kelola murutabul kiditabul fentabul yalo woni mene be kala wala bo mutala dro ya kana tay ani madama ko min siso so akam da don ko mi madama fana fanya men ni suru akam wala na suru akam mo bede ya nyama nyama ko mo be tayro kala dimba tebul yalo o masibo abo ko yala pour yo nyanka daw tabino wala be nakino ya so akumada bakele andu ngalo rural be la moy kan say alhamdulillah wulula jamal bije karantale karanko long ya lon na fa men bije so ngalong wulal ka to le fa ya faham do men fo kata bintol fa wala ya la kuma ya lon bakele baro dindo wala bo fo se wala diala isaje wala nyin kono men bije so fa nan karanno yo ni ajen ka buku do fanje ka safro ke dame o mu menti ibaje la pour ila fahamo yo wala nyinto isa isi safero fananke ni de bo safero nyinke kan abe mari kanjira ku jama la folo ema ila buruma kala safero fananse senea no ni asa fe mol saje ko mi ka alla safero senea ta kamen safe mol sa karanno o ku matal kantu ni aje ni exam watul sita ni dindo safero ko kayto bala namon senea tichama alongo dindo men safe fananka na dindo exam fanam fel so wakati dindo fanan karandi safero nyala safero me sa safe ay senea mo wayo sa kare ni safe o kuma da bakela wala na exercise bukol fanan kananan yo wo test buko nyin kuma ya takantu abatin na rafa dinno hanatare su kono dogo diala asa keno o buko nyin na buko nyin sama ko no wala ade fana waro wati na be sirin su ko na la wululal wala nin study teacher do su ko no je men na take ma koy o study teacher fana bal nako ke nyin lom dinno wala bukol di abo bukol le tala dinno study ndi bari naate fendo taadi non karande wala men ko bukol mankiling e baaje la ko mi ila kol be fola nyoko isaje mo sa ko karde kanande ngol study ndi le bari ndon ko study le bari han sa ma exam o pass wala tari wo buko ñine tebul ha wala tebul baro buko ñi ila wala bobe ka ke wala kono andun ning konti bo waro sira wala ka exam wol dila nin test wo fana ke konti bo ni wala so bari bayala ko no mantra dindingo bulu dindingo ni o babul karamo ta nin so kon ani wato men nati dindingo mantra fenna be daroli ngo buko nyimbal e bayala be kala dindo na problem baldi so wala atinna be pare rimbake nga dindo sulata buko men be la nge be so to karambo ngoto nyimbe pour ka pare jani september tili follow karambo be la ngaje ko dindo ngol be la buko san ya soto hani dindin kutol men min alan kananan wol fanam be ngente la buko soto lale baro nga sute ko dindo men ka bo buko kilingi kada buko fula nyen blal be buko saba buko nan buko lulu nyul be ni la buko lom men ya lon ko e mankiliya na fanu nga faham ko ka bo grade 7 kata 9 wo musanji saba karangol baro wo law sanji daba karangol ni buko kiling ni o san angale kangodo wole o sanji sabo be ta aya be duni ay buko men sanam sifaro gafa me mas wo fana ye wo level nyin kabo buku woro la buku sey kada fo buku konondo o fana ye o be dunile so bari hana ani mol men la fana la kanana uyin karola na grade 7 na grade 8 na grade 9 ni nata mbe jibelal fo buko be tebul fatebul na be bulu ngaje ko woni na silotata alhamdulillah so se imari ta yo bugo ye mo na fangal ba ni ngaje ko man ben soto e bo fanan sannal kantun la famen na wala na dinno la karam le betea so wala la karam fanante betea no la na ta sura ta kala joram men na wol table so wala ko nyinti
o ko mo nyin senaral nga kala mo ko school e bukol be soto la wa vital bi je ni mo sura da bukol la be na school to invoice ota e ko dojo e dinngol la bukol so do school to isura la fengo fenna mimbe den dinngol la karam fengol to material be available ne kabrim bukol do fo uniform do hana karalo e ka karalo ke school to kamek so ale dinngol ta uniform karata amin kana ke wolen ko niya san school to hakil fula kuri je ko nyanda kan nyin sam man nyine sang to niya sam banda wadi sita fen sam miyan ko school nyin man na recommend man sulal so ban niya san school to ela fala nyame ka so to nyame alum bata da bukana taraje sañ sinan na vice principal na wato nyim ben jam fa ko to aman siya vice principal la fale
fulol kontonal
na fulol konton
e ba dem fulol konton
be konton na vice principal la fale wa minute killing kono wala ka ta fula kono e se kaja mole ya mimbe den min wululal nin dinningol nin karamola teria nin sateni ko so kafungo nyanda katarje kala muto nyana ni moyro nyanda katasaje ko karaw nin se gena so nyana ka fo collaboration so be nyaadi le school PTL no wala moda school wolbe terin school tol man
baraka bake Mr. Ba yamin foten wolbe kerin school be lorin ne coming nga funu nyaming angale kawala nga mol soto le medialon ko le mararing o ko wala diningol kafo diningol fon because ila wululal anen sate wonyin ma fon na involvement comme ila da ke dabula karambon kono warta bakele diningol fon ka hani ka kuke hani suwo kono because ga jelo ko ninga ka suwo kono ninga fenke suwo mi mam beta tical bakalam dara nga fon fana ka karamudo mi mam beta na wululal bakalam dara so ikaje ko community la wululal ning ma fon na ila dabulo karambon kono sembo warta batal alkalba membe mo busumara alkalba fon wala be mararing tical ning karambu ning alfa la kafoni atale mo nyaton ko nyinte so atale mo wolde mi alon ko wate comme nga saban nu nyamen wate kana karambu ton adnala da fana mo gata karambu to official damma kono hakata la fo classe kono kaje ko fo tical ba ke kanne ba fo diningol be la mo kanne ba so wo manke kuti mi alon ko kunu kunu ulula fana kana la wate wal every lokum kana karambu to kaje ko fondi ningol be maral nyaken do kono bang fo karabe karando so ko hani wululal fonde very free mi alon ko isinano yaji be la dinumbe kama nyamin classe kono wala kama nyamin karambu musol fana na nyaton kafo modas club abejele même batako wala moy nyaton ko nyinde so waji la ko fengo fen alon ka be kan karamu ta muka ululal ni sate mol amuke kumpa so fengo fen fana ka su kono dinno la karola amuka karamu fon kumpa because ni ba bula nyokono le en ka communicate le ma groupe wol so mi alon ko ni ka mol dinno la nyato ta kacaje Kam meeting on soto le wata wa karsaba kam alfa ko man le niesi min be tol bulu ya fu mole min ben tol fanam bulu pour dinni wala karola ya fu ya nga kacaje fay senia
o bere abata ko o mo ko ber nin kacabe ke ren dron filo bugake
exactly
o ka nyaato ta natle aka development o natle dinni wala karola sen badim fulol konton on si be fulbe nanobe pular ko minen Yunus awa ngarobe do dimanche ko emori waktu ji sappo waktu ji sappo e didi hande men arani mon do waktu ko abide kulle Yunus hande men waktu ko abide hono moni yaru school to joni preparation mo wodi pour yide ko wadi ko wade no wada do ye school uditama because min gudita school September on the 1st te min jidane school uditama comme no wowi wadirde ni ye sukabe jodo galle be jangata ye ko liggeyaaji woni ton ticcabe badani wala ko fittugol ane dum ala school to joni si school uditi rek nyande on the 1st of September sukabe natta class be janga dum tardema wonta don wadi waktu do jondo ni mar abibe jogibe kulle school be ngari liggeyaaji mabbe pour yide on fof no wada in place studies ne mo yaha school do joni ko abiti kulle textbook ne wakti dama do sukabe be madi dañ textbook woni bukkuji be jangirta di anda be madi di sodde school mo yat bukkuji di pour be sukabe anne simi hoti galle be kebat ko be jangana hore mabbe be gonta wona fijo galle to dum ne school mo dari hen yide ne sukabe keba bukkuji onon wajira be jifnabe no madi etale wadon mek so ne sukabe keba non be bukkuji di pour sibe hoti galle to jangene burta web ton wata woneta ko sibe hoti be darta bukkuji batta hedere batta study ko din bukkuji wala tabe assignment aji mabbe hongokeji mabbe pour yide ne jangene wa burta webde do mabbe be baktidiro ko abirino kulle waktido hande jibinabe be school o he sarende ko school na wa wadde fof sukabe wa wadde fof jibinabe wa wadde fof ko ba arda wona goto waktide famotira yede sukabe ballama ha be bawa jangde wa yar yeso wadi dice wadi be jogi ko de PTA woni kafu jogi do kulle jibinabe he janginobe be yo kafu rewbe be moni mamirabe be ne beton modas club il faut ko wadane pour yide ne wallotira wa arde pour jangde sukabe wa yar yeso wadi labbitade fof tam fo meeting ko heboto PTA suka jibinabe ngara suka ticcabe kawrita waktida yane ko o sukabe kaajor wala dum wadi wade pour ya sukulo ya yeso dum woni ko men baktidi ko do hande waktu non woddani mo men jam fo kono wayi se programme ngaro yeso men burta wade waktu ko buri woddude e hala pular pour himbe nanobe pular he kalo e pular wa famde programme ko sabibuno kono hande non waktu jam fo men ko woni ko time yebani Mr Principal nga summarize yenne isajo but next subsequent program will make sure we delve more into the full language. Yes. So your last word regarding the new land that is located, I mean that has been secured, and then you can also give your last word in that regard.
Yeah, thank you so much. I think it's coming to an end now. The time is no more by our side. But just so the people from Brikama and the catchment area that Yunus English School, the plan is already in the pipeline to have Yunus English School annexed in that area. This will also favor our students coming from Brikama and the surrounding areas. They can have that quality at their doorstep. Yeah, and also I will use this opportunity to also appreciate the effort of our former vice principal now, who is on studies and in Ohio State. We wish him all the best during his time at the university for studies, and I'm looking forward to the time that we will reunite with him again. So thank you so much.
Thank you so much. Thanks to the viewers and listeners of Star TV, Star FM. This is your usual Yunus Hour. Here we will draw the curtain. Wish you, a successful week coming, and then we call it a day and see you another time. Thank you so much.
Thank you.